Yeah, I know that this is not the most opportune time to talk about this, but I feel it was very important because I keep getting tagged into these kinds of posts, and I figured let's talk about it. Good night. Can't say good morning, right? Good night. You're up. You're watching, right? And maybe you'll comment or maybe you won't. But let's go on ahead and talk about it. I am Instructor Mike. I am a firearms instructor, concealed carry instructor. Yay, right? And this is an important topic that we are going to dive into. Now, some of you may be asleep, so you may catch this live or the replay of it a little bit later, but I figure we're going to go ahead and talk about it. Plus, it's been a minute since I've gone live on YouTube. Just got that back up. Yay. So let's go ahead and have that discussion. For those of you all who are coming in, what's going on? Charlie, what's going on? The rest of you all on YouTube. Don't know if Facebook has picked it up just yet. I see that 12 people are watching from Facebook. So, yes, Chris, let's go on ahead and talk about it. Definitely an interesting conversation. Go on ahead and tag some people. You said I'm your biggest fan. Thank you. Thank you. What's going on? You said FB is live. Good, good, good. Let's go on ahead and share this live because it is definitely a conversation that does need to happen. Okay, definitely needs to happen. Let me go on here and play my little theme music. Play my little theme music. Here we go.
What's going on, you? This is Instructor Mike. You can follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike. Follow me
It
on
could be you as a citizen, and you walked up and you see somebody.
It look heavy? I don't know.
Create special. That must be. But it's good to know that this can handle the high pressure rounds of the flooding.
Ready to go.
Make eye contact with me. He's still trying to get it open a couple of times.
So chill.
Hey, what's going on? This is Instructor Mike. All right, you can follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike, on Instagram and TikTok at Yes Mike Said It, on Twitter. Trying to figure out which direction. Right, at Instructor Mike 1. Twitter, Instructor Mike 1. You can also subscribe to my locals, which I upload exclusive content I cannot share on YouTube and other places. I upload that content to instructormike.locals.com, and you can follow me and subscribe to this YouTube page, Instructor Mike. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. So there are I'm looking at the comments, what's going on. So there is or are a set of instructors who have had their concealed carry instructors status revoked. I have been there. Those of you who follow, you already know that recently happened. I just recently got reinstated. One of the things that increases the value that I have, and I will put myself on my own little pedestal for just a smidgen of pigeon of a moment, is that a percentage of the things that people talk about in class, I've actually been through. So it's one thing to sit here and speculate about what you think has occurred and then actually know the system, the process, to be able to thoroughly educate people where that education that is outcome based actually has value. So let's go on ahead and dive into it. They're saying they're having trouble streaming it on Facebook. It may be an issue on Facebook's end. I don't know. Are you all still viewing it on Facebook? Let me know, please. Are you all still viewing it on Facebook? Let's see if somebody is going to comment on Facebook. Do me a favor, hit the likes. Get the likes up, please. Share it, please, please, please. Let's see who comes in and comments, because I guess they're saying the stream. I don't know. I don't know. It's just saying there's an issue with the stream. Oh, still there. Okay, good. Let's go on ahead and dive into it. Okay. Yeah, let's go on ahead and dive into it. So, present. Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? Okay, good, good, good. All right, so let's go on ahead and dive into it. One, in order to be a concealed carry firearms instructor, right, you would have had to have taken a instructor level course. Typically, you find those courses at the NRA or the US CCA. Okay. Then, after you finish a course of instruction, then you apply for 3 things and potentially 2 things that you already have prior to getting your concealed carry, which is in the state of Illinois, you have to have your firearms owner's identification card pursuant to 430 ILCS 65, right? Then you have to have your concealed carry license pursuant to 430 ILCS section 66 or Act 66, right? And those 2 things are, precursors or what you need before you're able to actually apply for and get your concealed carry instructor's license. Not license, but authorization, right? In submitting your application for an instructor, you need to submit a document that states that you have the curriculum and that you are bound to follow the state police's rules by statute and administrative law, that you will teach the required curriculum under the Concealed Carry Act. Okay. Now that's a statement that you say you're going to do. Then you have to include your credentials in as well. And with those credentials that you include as well, then it goes through a waiting period, and then you're assigned 2 numbers. One is an instructor number that begins in CCT, and then the second one is a curriculum number, which has its own certification that has a CCC number. Then you're authorized to teach concealed carry. There are rules and guidelines that you have to follow by, but there really is no video or no other information that instructs you as to how to carry out your responsibilities. And so, because of that, you are left to your own devices. Now, not every Illinois concealed carry instructor is the same, okay? There are concealed carry instructors who were already qualified firearms operators with that firearm. Either they were in the police profession, military, right? Or even certain elements of the security profession, or they were just good intentioned and qualified firearms enthusiasts who have just been good firearms operators and they know how to teach, right? These are those who I would qualify as context depending, research depending, your more professional firearms. And I use that term kind of loosely because the context depends, right? Then you have those folks who are in the military and in law enforcement where they were professional firearms instructors in those types of environments and then decided to carry the skills of teaching from those environments, not limited to, but those are the 2 that's coming to my head at this hour, right? They take that knowledge, skill, and ability and confidence, real world experience, and they apply that to the context of teaching civilians. People in the military and in law enforcement, we are practically used to teaching more than 16 hours. We're used to teaching more than 16 hours. So when you look at the 16 hours, which is the minimum requirement that the Illinois State Police, by statute, and the Illinois General Assembly wrote into law, and the governor signed into law after having been forced to do so on July 9, 2013, the 16-hour requirement is the requirement in the state of Illinois. Now, for those who are professional firearms instructors, 16 hours is laughable. Why do we say 16 hours is laughable? 16 hours is laughable because 16 hours is not enough. 16 hours is not enough. And any instructor who has told you in your class that at the beginning of your class and at the end of your class, you will know all that you need to be able to protect and defend your family against those who seek to harm you has already lied to you in the course. Already lied to you in the course. I wish I were making this up. I'm not. It's true. Okay? Because any professional firearms instructor actually cares about your outcomes, actually cares about your life, actually cares about your family's life, and does not let the money that can be made as a concealed carry instructor get in the way of you being told the truth. Because any professional firearms instructor who does this by virtue of profession, we know that this concealed carry course is a life and death course. CPR. You perform chest compressions. You can either save them or cause them more pain, whatever the case may be. No real harm to you. Concealed carry, you get out there and do this thing. Just because you stop that person from harming you doesn't mean you yourself won't get harmed. Right? So we know the professional concealed carry instructor. We know that 1, 16 hours isn't enough. 2, 16 hours is nothing to teach because we have more to give and 16 hours isn't enough time. So it's not a burden on us to actually teach 16 hours because that's 2 of a usual, at a minimum, 5-day course. Right? So, continuing on. And we also know that 16 hours isn't going to be enough, right? And we don't have to do it with fillers of, songs and dance and stuff like that, which we just keep it within the context of behavioral science management and understanding. There's so much that goes to effective use of a firearm, safe, effective use, right? Then there are those lay persons who have an interest in firearms, have handled firearms before, and are interested in educating others for various reasons to add on to an additional stream of income. You get where I'm going here. And then there are the students, a variety of you. Those of you who value education enough to go through the little 16 hours. And those of you who don't value education and just want to hurry up and get the certificate. It's the reality. And so there has been a large influx, if I'm using the right word, maybe I'm using the wrong word. There's been a large increase of concealed carry instructors who has been added to the pool, or that has been added to the pool of those professional concealed carry instructors. Those professionals who understand beyond the trigger, who understand the investigation, who understands that you can do everything right and still be falsely arrested. You can do everything right and still be convicted. You can do everything right and still, you see what I'm saying? Who will teach you conflict avoidance? Who, if you show behaviors that are not consistent with what a person should display to be a responsible firearms owner, has no problem ejecting you respectfully from the course and then giving you retraining, and then provided you take the retraining and stuff like that, bring you back into the fold, give you your certification. We are not just going to give it to you just because you paid. The payment of that class does not qualify you automatically to get the certification, and we don't have a problem with conflict to protect the public, because professionally, that's what we do anyway. Right? There is a huge difference. And I'm giving you this education to state the following. There has been a plethora of letters going out to Illinois citizens, primarily in the Chicago, Cook County area, of certain instructors whose names I will not say. That is not the point. And they have been advised by the Illinois State Police Bureau of Firearm Services Bureau, okay, that this instructor's status has been revoked because the training, there are different reasons as to why a concealed carry instructor status can be revoked. Two primary reasons are, remember what I told you in the beginning, let's see who's paying attention, okay? There are two things that you have to have before you're able to even be a concealed carry instructor. One is an FOID card, and two is a concealed carry license. So if anything happens to these two, it affects the instructor's status, and that is a revocation by default, because the qualifying credentials for licensure, never mind whether you are a certified instructor prior to being authorized by the state police to teach, the two primary cards, something has happened to the status of these, which affects your status as an instructor, thereby resulting in all three being revoked. That's one type revocation. And then there's the revocation that's by virtue of something within the course of an investigation that reveals that your training may not meet the requirements, or have been found not to meet the requirements of the Concealed Carry Act. And pursuant to that, those people who you certified during a specific period of time, their license is subject to revocation. Now, let me give you some education. The Illinois State Police has changed the manner in which they deal with those persons affected by an instructor's revocation because of a curriculum issue. In the past, it has been where if your instructor did not teach you according to the requirements of the act, it used to be not only was that instructor's credentials revoked, but your credentials were automatically revoked, meaning that you had to go to the nearest police station where you live and surrender your FOID card and your concealed carry license, not your FOID card, but you would have to go surrender your concealed carry license. And then you would have to get a report stating that you've done so. And you would have to send that to the Illinois State Police to let them know you have complied with that. Then you would have to go get, within a 60-day grace period, concealed carry training all over again, doing the 16 hours again, paying new fees. And then you had to submit that to the Illinois State Police for reconsideration of the reinstatement of your license. And most of the cases, you have gotten your license back. Now the state police has changed their policy where instead of your license being revoked, you are given the same 60-day grace period with the same requirement to get new training, possibly paying fees, possibly paying new stuff without your license being revoked. And then you not surrender, but you submit that new certificate to the state police, and then your license remains valid. Good job, state police. The grace period, always there, but not revoking their license. So that's a good job, right? So I'm just giving you this education so you can understand the context by which an instructor can be revoked for the two primary reasons. There are others, but those are the two primary, right? Either something happened to your FOIA or concealed carry license, which affected your instructor status, or there is a curriculum issue that was under investigation. Now, let me tell you some of the tricks that happen in the concealed carry situations, right? What are some of those tricks? What can happen is you would typically have it where a concealed carry instructor is not a professional concealed carry instructor. They're just in it primarily for the money. So what will happen is you got instructor A who's in it for the money, student A who doesn't want to sit in the class. They meet, they decide on a price, they pay, and then they go to the range, if they even go to the range at all. You get your certification, you go on ahead and apply, no one knows, that's that. But you don't know if you sold that certification to an undercover Illinois State Police special agent. You don't know. And the Illinois State Police is very good at investigating these matters. Very good. They have absolutely no problem infiltrating classes. You won't know. See, you don't pay attention to these troopers who have been hired. I do. You don't pay attention to how young and how different. Don't get me wrong, there's a militaristic standard, but that's when you're in uniform. Just like special operations in the military, they're allowed to grow and change their appearance. You think state police don't do that? You think state police don't have CIs who go into classes and report back what you teach, how you teach, the way you teach, how long you teach? They do. State police is real good. Real good. You see what I'm saying? And so you, if applicable, may have to take some ownership for this. You know when I say ownership? You know you didn't want to sit in that 16-hour class anyway. You know you wanted to take that shortcut. You know you didn't want to be in a class with an instructor who wasn't going to let you get your way. You know you probably shouldn't even be touching a firearm until you work on some unresolved trauma deep within you. Let's talk facts. Because why else wouldn't you want to be in a concealed carry course that's 16 hours? That's nothing. That's 2 days of your time. 2 days of your time where you get to learn a bare minimum to be able to do what you need to do to maybe survive, and maybe you should do more avoiding conflict than actually getting into it. Maybe you don't need to use that gun for the ops. Maybe, just maybe, bad concealed carry instructors who don't teach the full class, you didn't care about that. You just wanted your certificate. And you were willing to pay Gucci level, Prada level, Louis Vuitton level money just to not sit in, hell, even a half-ass taught class. That's still 16 hours. Let alone a deep and intensive class that's taught the same amount of hours. Because I heard about you, Mike Brown. You're an asshole. Okay, sure. I'm not going to affirm or deny the assertion. But I don't want somebody like you. You kicked my friend out. I still love your friend. Maybe your friend didn't need a gun right there at that moment. But I don't want you. I want to make sure I can get mine. And I'm going to pay top dollar for 3 years later, revocation letter. 3 years later, 4 years later, now you're in this situation. Now you're in DEFCON, what's it, 1, 2, 3, whatever's. Now the bells are going off. People like or better than me have been telling you, watch who you go to get your concealed carry training. Now, these are the words of wisdom. But you decide to say, screw it. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to beat up on you. Now it's time to recover you. It is not over. There are people offering concealed carry classes. I myself am offering a recovery concealed carry class. I'm only charging $25. Yes, you're going to pay something. And you have to pay the $22 range fee. And if you're interested in that class, text 630-360-0548 and text the number 3. Just text the number 3 to 630-360-0548. I'll send you the information. I got dates. You can sign up. Get what you need to get. Even if you don't come to me, I'm still fine. Go to someone who is a professional. Stop playing around with your life. This is life and death. This is life and death. Stop playing around with your certification. Stop playing around with that. Stop playing around with that. Stop playing around with that. This is serious business. It's too serious for you to be playing around like that. 630-360-0548. I'll put it in the chat. Stop playing around with your life. Stop playing around with your life. That's all I got to say. I mean, what are your questions and comments? I know I ain't going to be able to post to Facebook. I don't know what happened. It probably could be something with StreamYard. I don't know. But I'm going to take this video and I'm going to post it where I need to post it. It's right there on the screen. Text the number 3 to 630-360-0548 for the recovery concealed carry class. It's always at moments like these when I need to be sharing something. The Instructor Mike and the Security Training Concepts Facebook page. I don't know. All I can do is just put that information out there. That's all I can do. So that having been said, we're going to go on ahead and end it because I don't want to take up too much more of your time. This is a sad scenario. What? Can't make this up. I don't even know what this even means. Yeah. It says April 26th, your post goes against our community standards on nudity or sexual activity. And I literally, do y'all see anything naked in here? That's crazy. And this is the live that I'm on right now. The live that I am on right now, they said it goes against nudity or sexual activity. And they're literally what's naked on the screen. I don't like Facebook. I really don't. I use it because I need it for business, but I do not like Facebook. Penrose, what's going on? Yeah, you said you came in late. Right, the monkey is naked. That is weird. I guess the monkey is. You mean Curious George? Curious George has always been naked. It's crazy. It's crazy. And somebody took down the post because of how important it was to talk about it. But if you follow me on YouTube, it's still good that you got this information, you know. So the video will be saved. I'll post it again, and I'll turn it into shorts. It's still not stopping anything. My platform is too big. I'm close to 1 million followers on YouTube. So I'll just turn it into shorts and just share what I need to share. And then that's that. It's crazy. There's no nudity whatsoever. But, you know, when you're sharing valuable information, stuff like this can happen, right? All right, you all, be safe. You got the information. You said, we know you still, what's up, Kevin? You know we still love you, Dr. Lee. What's up, man? Oh, my Lord. What's up, bro? That's crazy. All right, you all be safe. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. Share the live, like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. You all be safe. Peace.
What's going on, you? This is Instructor Mike. You can follow me on Facebook at Mike Brown or Instructor Mike. Follow me
It
on.
could be you as a citizen, and you walked up and you see somebody. It look heavy? I don't know. Special, that must be. But it's good to know that this can handle the high pressure rounds of the flooding. Ready to go.
Make eye contact with me. He's still trying to get it open a couple of times.
So, Taylor.